Welcome to our program and thank you for having time for us.
Well, thank you very much for the invitation.
Many people here in Europe think that country music is it's the same as Blue Moon in Kentucky, Nashville, Tennessee, Johnny Cash and Willie Nelson. What do you think about that image?
Well, the quickest way we can just strike that image right now, biggest selling song, 1993, 1994, I Will Always Love You, Whitney Houston, country song. That's a country song written by Dolly Parton, performed by Dolly Parton 15 years ago, #1 on the country charts. That's a country song. So anybody that says country music is crying in my beer and oh, I miss my dog and stuff, you know, welcome to now, welcome to the present day. Country music is a socially aware music and it addresses all those topics. And Whitney Houston has done more for country music than she knows.
But you want to change that image of all country music?
We don't want to change it. It's already been changed. We just want to educate people that, you know, it's exactly what I said. Country music is very socially aware, very current, and it's a very viable form of entertainment.
Your music, it's not just a country music. It's kind of a rock, pop, and country together.
Well, I mean that's you know, I've heard it described that way. If I have my choice, it's country music. I fly under the flag of country music. That's what I do. And the fact that it does have some pop or rock elements in it, you know, jazz has some rock elements and pop elements in it too, so do the blues. So we all share a little bit from each other.
But there still goes a border between country music and pop and rock. Do you think so?
Well, I think the border probably lies in more like where rock and pop is more of an image. Country music is more a way of life. Where rock and pop is full of fans that go from artist to artist, country music is full of fans that are very, very loyal and will stay with you, you know, until you die. So there's a lot of differences in there. Musically, they're probably getting closer than they've ever been, but still in style, still in image, and still in the fans, there's a big difference there.
In one article, you were called the best-kept secret of America. I mean, many people in Europe, they don't really know you. They don't know who you are. How does that feel?
Well, it doesn't bother me in the fact that we've got 2,500 radio stations in the U.S. alone that does country music. You know, I think I have seen 2 on this whole European tour so far that does country music, you know, and that's solely what they do. One of them is less than probably 2 months old. So it doesn't bother me. If country music had as many stations as rock and pop did, you know, across the seas, I think that the whole world would be feeling what the States are right now about country music and the fact that it's a very popular format there.
But you can walk alone in the streets and don't have to fear hundreds of fans running over you. What do you think about those situations?
Well, I've never had that problem really in the States. People have always been very respectful. They allow Sandy and Taylor and I to have our privacy and have our family life. What's been real cool here, though, is walking the streets here and have people come up and recognize you. I mean, it's neat. It's like, wow, I never would have thought it. Madrid was a big shock. Oslo yesterday was a big shock. It was fun. Ireland, you know, I felt like more people knew me there than I do at a family reunion at home. I mean, they were all cool there. So it's been surprisingly flattering.
You've been called the new Elvis Presley. Any comments?
No, I don't agree with that stuff. I think the man deserved a lot more for what he did than to be you know, to have every new guy that comes along to be compared to him. So I would never, you know, put myself on that plateau. I think he's on one by himself. Him and the Beatles, I think.
Where do you get power to get through tens of concerts into, like now in Europe? You had even in Ireland 8 concerts. Where do you get power?
I think it's a different energy than me and you know. I mean, I can be sick, I can't speak a word, totally hoarse, haven't slept in 4 days, but as soon as those lights come up, here it comes, man, and it just fills you up, and you just go out there and just blow it out. And it's an energy that I've never seen. I did athletics for years, and when I was tired, but here, if you're tired, it doesn't matter. It's that adrenaline, it's that rush, and I don't know where it comes from. I'm just glad it shows up every night.
But your concerts, they are not just standing and playing guitar.
Right.
They're full of energy.
Right.
It must be a hard job to do.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's been times where I've fallen on stage, fallen off ladders, fallen off this, but I don't know if it's just the adrenaline or what, but you just jump right back up and you just go on. And later that night you feel it, but during the show, man, you feel nothing.
In many rock concerts, people can't get very close to the artist.
Right.
There are fences or safety areas, but you don't seem to have those.
Well, we don't have, we've got, what is the country people, man? We just got the country fans or the friends. And they've always taken care of me. So I have never ever been scared to be in the people and with the people. I mean, I've been pulled into an audience. But when you do, even the hands that are on you feel like they're taking care of you, and you don't feel scared. I've been pinned up against a bus with 5 or 6 policemen and about 800 people, and never once was scared about it, because I knew all they wanted to do was the same thing I want to do, is stick out my hand and say thanks. You know, and it's a cool change between them and us.
Some famous rock stars very easily become arrogant and even pride. You don't seem to be a guy like that.
Well, thanks. I don't know, man. I don't think I got that much or anything to be arrogant about. I'm just a guy that does music, a guy that's full of flaws, and the people seem to oversee that, and they let it go. So I'm not fooling anybody with knowing that, you know, I'm losing my hair and I got more chins than I want to have. So I'm just me, you know.
In one interview, you said that you don't see yourself as a particularly good performer.
No.
You really think so?
No, I've just never been a fan of my voice. You know, I hate to hear myself sing and stuff. As a lot of artists do that. But never been a fan of my build, my shape and stuff. Every time I see film of me on stage, it looks like I'm a block, you know. It's just like, never really dug that. I've always been a bigger fan of somebody else probably than of our own selves.
Do you ever read what critics are saying about you?
Sure. I mean, I'll take any place where I can learn. You establish 2 things with a review. First of all, if you establish, does this person have any kind of clue what they're talking about? And if they do, then you read on and you try and learn from the things they say bad and the things they say good. And then there's the ones that just come out and just, you know, they don't have a clue. You know, they were writing probably the sports page last week or working, you know, at a sawmill and not a newspaper. So you just take it for what it's worth and you move on.
I have found in some English papers criticism which was not too flattering. It was like, your new album is stuffed with populist rubbish. I guess that's it.
That's fine. I'm sure it came from somebody who sold a lot of records, you know, so you just take it for what it's worth. You know, and you got to realize that some people are going to like you, some people aren't, and then some people are going to show up, punch in their card, type on that paper, whatever in the hell they need to get through the day, and punch out. Those people, to me, are not people I like to be associated with, so, you know, why should their opinions really influence me at all?
Do you still have your wife with you?
Well, she's at home, but we're still married, if that's what you're asking. Sure.
She was in Ireland with you?
No, she didn't make it because of the pregnancy.
Yeah,
thought it was just too close.
Yes.
This hat thing's killing me, guys.
How's your wife feeling? She's going to have baby very soon.
Yeah, she's doing real good. You know, talk to her every night. I want to come off stage. And Doc says she's right on line for May 1st, May 2nd. She's been having contractions. She had a period about 3 hours where the contractions were 5 minutes apart about a week ago. And man, it scared us. We were getting flights home, trying to get home as soon as we could, and then they stopped. And she went to the doc and said she's fine. She's just getting antsy.
So how does it feel to be here while she's there?
Well, I'm totally neglecting my husband and father duties right now. But it wasn't planned like this. Taylor and Sandy were supposed to be with us. The pregnancy came after we'd planned all this stuff, so we didn't plan on the second pregnancy. So she's doing a lot of this by herself, probably most of it more than the first one by herself. So I got a lot of making up to do when I get home. So we've got the NBC special that airs May 6th. I'll be doing all kinds of promo for that, trying to stay in Nashville to do that while the baby's coming, so it seems like it's all coming at the same time. But after that, you know, hopefully it'll be time to settle down and try and be a partner to her and make up for the time that I've been away from her this year.
You already know that your baby's going to be a girl.
Yeah.
Why did you want to know?
Well, we want to know, one, for the people that send us gifts. I mean, with Taylor, we were actually running half of one of our semis on every every weekend we'd go out would be filled with her toys and stuff because people were sending them in. So people want to know what it is so they can send things, and they want to know what her name is so they can monogram stuff. And so that's cool. I like it better myself because I can prepare, for it too. So we've been making August's room up, her baby room, and getting Taylor out of the crib and getting Taylor now into a bed, before the baby ever comes. So I like it better that way.
Your sister Betsy has called you every mom's favorite song.
Oh,
sounds flattering.
Well, that's sweet. You ought to hear what she calls me when you guys are around.
Really?
Yeah. That's sweet. That's really nice. I'll have to say thank you.
Now I think we got to know Garth Brooks at stage. What kind of man is Garth Brooks at home?
I don't know, just regular guy. I mean, I don't know what you like to do at the house, but, I hang around, be with my little girl. I go down and work with my horses or go out and drive my truck around. I enjoy watching TV. I enjoy not watching TV, I enjoy having dinner together with my family, taking walks, that kind of thing. I'm a real boring kind of guy, and I like it that way.
You're going to have your last concert here in Europe this evening. When shall we see you here again?
Europe will see us again probably in November. We really want to let this part of the world know that we're very serious about touring here. We want to solidify it. Then we're going to take 95 off to build the new show, the big show that'll go around the world, hopefully starting in late 95 or 96.
And then shall we maybe see you in Finland as well?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why not. I mean, we'll go there, we'll play our music, and if the people dig it, great, we'll be back. And if not, we've been there and we've done our crusade, and the people have made their choice.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you, Tommy.